Blame. Why do we blame others? We blame ourselves. We beat ourselves up. Quite mean and nasty to ourselves, more than we are to others. Blame doesn't do anything, doesn't go anywhere, just keeps you stuck. When we blame others, we have four fingers pointing to the other person and one back to us, or one person to the other person, all of them back to us. It all comes from us. But we don't want to take responsibility, so we blame other people. It's his fault, it's her fault, it's the government's fault, it's the whoever it is. It's not us, couldn't be me, not me. When in fact, when we start taking responsibility and we see that, yes, it is me, I'm doing it to myself unconsciously, mostly until we're conscious of what's going on. When I had the news I had breast cancer, I had to do a journey of looking inside of myself and becoming really conscious of my patterns of how I lived my life. And when I started looking inside and seeing the big picture, you see very clearly, and it's a gift not to blame anyone else. It's such a gift to be able to go inside and see how you're creating situations. Situations don't just happen to us. Disasters don't befall us. There is a big plan at stake. There's a part of you that loves you so much. Your soul, your higher self, loves you so much that if you're on the wrong track, will create a disaster for you. If you're in a job that you don't like, unless you listen to the body signals, it will create you to get fired. So let go of blaming anybody. Just really look inside and see the truth of how, if you have a pattern inside that you don't feel lovable or unworthy, or you think people reject you, look where you've rejected yourself. Where have you given up on yourself? If you have a belief, I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, look inside and make a list of all the things, all the good things you've done that makes you feel worthy and lovable. It's an inside job, it all comes from us. So blame is absolutely pointless. So point the finger back into yourself, and it releases all those old things that we've been hanging on to, and it makes you very free and light. You can release it. And the fact is, we can all evolve and grow and move forward. We don't have to stay stuck, because if you don't look at a pattern, it's going to keep repeating and repeating until you get clobbered and humiliated and pushed to the curb so much that you're going to have to look at it anyway. Like in the pattern of addiction, my father was an alcoholic, but I'd never seen that until I started looking inwards. And as much as I didn't like how I grew up, I left home at 15, and guess who I married? An alcoholic who died of cirrhosis of the liver. History repeating itself? until I faced my fear around addictions, fear of being out of control, fear of chaos, fear of, lack, and it came staring me in the face yet again, two more times with my eldest son and then daughter, until I finally had to look at my fear. And so it's all about accepting all parts of ourselves and embracing all parts. So embracing, first of all, seeing that pattern and then embracing that it was okay. And it's okay for people to be alcoholics or drug addicts. I think, they get a really bad deal from society because we can point the finger, oh, it's them, and blame them instead of looking at the addict in ourselves. We may have be workaholics, shopaholics, on the computer all the time. Um, the blame is just a waste of time. The blame game, waste of time. And doubting ourselves, a waste of time and energy. Or feeling guilty. Did we do it or didn't we? If we did, then resolve it and make amends. If we didn't, let it go. So these things just keep us stuck. And blame is a big culprit of just being stuck and blaming everyone else instead of having the opportunity to look at ourselves and how challenging initially, but then how beneficial. And you be able to laugh at yourself and the things that you got stuck in and were blaming others for. He doesn't love me. He abandoned me. Where did you abandon and not love yourself? So whatever's happening outside of yourself is a picture of what's going on inside of your consciousness. So if you don't like it, the good news is you can change it. How great is that? You can change it. And once you change or let go of that old belief, then it just doesn't come around in your life anymore. So it becomes an inside out job, and people around you are gifts, not to blame but to thank, because they're showing you an aspect of you that you haven't loved, embraced, and accepted. So just look where you're pointing that finger. And so it's a wealth of discovery of the part in you that you have done that behavior and you don't like it. So you see it outside of you in others. And this will stop you getting stuck. I know people who haven't spoken to each other for 10 years and then they've even forgotten about what it was. It's just wasted opportunity of loving and joining, and we reject and we're separated from people. So let blame go. Just look inside, and none of us are bad. It's just we were unconscious, we're not awake, we didn't understand, we were ignorant. But once we look inside and become conscious and take responsibility and love and accept all parts of ourselves, blame just disappears. We have no one to blame anymore. So don't waste your energy blaming. Live in love and gratitude and have some fun. I'll join you.